Hey, what's up? Exploring the car, Rockus here, on location live. Now you can see. Hey, baby. Hey, Mika. So I'm in a very interesting place here. A cemetery near me. Hello. I'm working too right now. So you could see how, like the Etruscans, here we are on a hill top where the dead are buried on a hill, and you can see the Hudson River there, mountains. And I've been in this cemetery many times. I got family members here, friends here, but I never started to look around. Hey Jessica, I think you're in the chat room. I just was working on your email reading, just like 10 minutes ago. So I'm gonna be getting that to you probably later on today. It's not done yet, but I started most of it. So this is a very interesting cemetery overlooking the Hudson River, and there's one point of this. There's a few spots on this cemetery that I want to point out. And one of them you can see right there is the obelisk. Now, it's my understanding that there's a couple of obelisks at different strategic spots in this cemetery. One of them is right there. There's a few obelisks, but wow, this is very interesting here. You can see even Archangel Michael. Right there. My mom is not buried here. My mom's buried in the Gates of Heaven in Westchester. That's the Archangel Michael right there, putting down the demon. Look at that. Putting down a serpent. Look at that. Now there's the obelisk. There's two of them right there. There's one right next to it too. I think that whole area. That whole area is sectioned off too. And I'm walking on people's graves right now. Am I not allowed in there? I don't know, but check that obelisk out. Now, an obelisk is used to broadcast spiritual transmissions. So what is the purpose of broadcasting the dead? Who's God in the chat room? A wizard's a funny word. I'm a spell breaker, not a spell maker. So you can label that whatever you want. Are you a god? Why are you naming yourself God? So there's a few other obelisks here, huh? So I wanted to talk about a few things too. Now, the Etruscans, to them, death was the most important. And their whole life is about preparing for death. Wow, that bird just flew right over my head like that. And wow, so this guy who has an obelisk, he was a reverend. 1800s too. Look, these are all old shit. 1858. So why are these old school masons all using, and reverends all using obelisks? A lot of these old ones, these are all old. No newbies have obelisks. All newbies just got regular graves. So the Etruscans, like the Egyptians, similar teachers. Wow, it's like right on that hill right there too. You see the mountains behind us right there? That leads to Indian's Chair. It's a mountain called Indian's Chair right there. The birds are like talking to me right now, showing me where to go. So the Etruscans would bury their dead in some elaborate ways. I mean, we're talking underground necropolis that rivals anything above ground. And they're not meant to be messed with. And archaeologists, scientists, all different types of people have been invading of the Etruscans and the Egyptians and many other civilizations for a very, very long time. Why would you be doing this, right? It's not just to learn about the past. It's not because they want to learn about the Etruscans and learn about the Egyptians or even dig for treasure. It's not just about that. They are looking for ancient knowledge. And the Etruscans knew, like the Egyptians, see, we've lost over time the whole reason why we cherish gold. Mankind, now we just use it as, oh, it's shiny, it's pretty, it's valuable. No, 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 sir. There's a real reason. There's many real reasons why we cherish gold, and we still cherish it today. We've just forgotten. We're so far removed from the truth that we've forgotten. Now, certain interdimensional beings can be contained by gold and some other elements as well. They can't shift in and out of from spirit to matter, matter to spirit, if there's gold involved in certain ways. As well, it can be a conductor. There's only a few all over the world that have been found. And they're looking for sacred relics, urns that are made of gold, caskets made of gold. Wow. Something tells me up there, behind there, is something special too. Up behind those graves, all the way up there. There's a Celtic. See that symbol? And it's my understanding that they've concealed ancient DNA, ancient beings within certain gold urns and scarabs, certain caskets. And the Vatican has a few of these in their possession. Supposedly there's one beneath Sedona, Arizona, and some sort of underground base, and also in England. To catch my radio show? Oh, so the only time it wasn't live was just this last weekend, Saturday, because TFR was down, the server was down. But every other week, every Saturday night from 7 to 9 Eastern, or 4 to 6 Pacific, you can find me at tfrlive.com/Eye of Ra. And that's 7 to 9 Eastern every Saturday night. You can join the chat room at tfrlive.com/chat. Masaki in the chat room. We were just showing some obelisks, Masaki, at this graveyard. So yeah, that's the best way to find my radio show. Also, my patreon.com/the. We're trying to get to 50 patrons. I got 48 so far. I'm trying to pay $2 to get you more. The higher platforms get you more. So in my Patreon today, I was discussing something that I talked about. Even my buddy Leo Zagami be writing it in his books about the mark of the beast. What is the mark of the beast? 666. You ever see the monster logo? How it has those, it almost looks like 3 claw marks, like, but it has like a little hook, like a backwards 7, or like a regular 7, something like that. Almost looks like that. Well, that's the VAV, the VAV. That's the number 6, and the number 6 means also air or breath. And hold on, let me zoom in on that shit. You guys can see the obelisk there too, the big obelisk there in the background. So yeah, the number, hey everybody in the chat room, hey Lorraine. So the number 6, VAV, V-A-V, also is the letter W. So it's equivalent to the letter W. So 666 is Vav Vav Vav, which basically means WWW. It's the World Wide Web. Now, let's talk about that a little bit more, because I put a diagram on my Patreon, if you guys check it out, showing the Vav as the 0 point on the chart, 0 point. And this is where in Kabbalah, in the book of etc., the for Bahir, all these mystical Kabbalah, they talk about the 3 mothers of, but it also is equivalent to a Ruach. Ruach means speech. So Vav is about speech, it's about air, it's about breath, but it's about the Ruach HaKodesh, which means basically divine inspiration that comes to you after speech. I mean, before, you know, like you talk. It's like a divine, like you don't even think first, you just speak. It's a divine, it's just you're speaking from a divine inspiration. That's how they look at it. So Vav basically means out thought. You're moving divinely. So Vav, 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 WWW, World Wide Web, meaning they're controlling what you say, what you believe, and it's coming, being transmitted to you. That's my occult breakdown of the mark of the beast, 666. Literally being hooked to a world wide web that's feeding you transmissions. It's the air you breathe. It's what gives you thought. It's what gives you your words behind your speech. And where is everybody getting their information from nowadays? www.fuckyou, right? It's all about connecting to the web. You can't do anything without the internet. It's everywhere, right? Right here, the Etruscans always buried their dead on hills because they're overlooking the underworld. One of my best friends is buried here too. Mika's father's buried here. See, that was him blowing the horn. Woo! As soon as I said it, the train broke. You could see the dragon's breath clouds. Is that a money sign up on top of there? Whoa, that cross got a money sign. Check that shit out. It's like 3 spikes like a trident though in the S. Damn. Check that out. I had to zoom in. Damn, that's pretty sick. Guy buried it. It's crazy, right? That's like Richie Rich's grave. Well, hold on, we're gonna see if we can go to my friend's grave. See if I can go on live camera. This is a weird area, man. Very weird area. Yeah, my mom's buried like 35 minutes from here. My mom's buried where Babe Ruth is buried, actually. And like some other people, like famous people and shit are buried in that. It's called the Gates of Heaven. It's in Westchester. This shit is crazy. This little road, man. Yeah, there's more obelisks over here too. Oh shit. There's like mad obelisks right there too. All the obelisks here are like from the late 1800s though. Damn, this is a creepy cemetery though, because check this shit out too, right here. This shit is creepy as fuck. Yeah, I never saw 3 slashes on the dollar sign either. But it's weird because I couldn't zoom in where you could see it close enough. But like those 3 slashes, they curled up at the tips like a trident. Like Poseidon or Lucifer or Shiva, or you know. I'll show you my buddy Santi. Oh shit, I can't park there. Dude's fucking beeping at me. Fuck you. Alright, so I'm gonna have to fucking park off the road and go there because... But, yeah, so my buddy Santi, he's from an Italian family too. His family's from Sicily. His last name was Sparta. Yeah, like, you know, like Sparta. Are you entertained shit? Yeah, his family was really, really Italian. Like, they didn't even speak English. And Santi was my bass player in my band. And a really good musician. He was like 5 years older than me. And back in the days, you know, we were involved with some heavy shit, me and my band. People were doing heroin, and a lot of people in my circuit of friends were dying. And Santi was one of them. We actually were touring on the road, and we came home for the Thanksgiving time, and I actually got in trouble and got arrested, and 2 days later he died, and his mom and his sister found him, unfortunately, in the fetal position downstairs. You know, I don't know if it was an accident or if he did it on purpose, but he definitely he died. He was a good dude. I know he's buried right over here somewhere. I know it's one of these first 3 up here. Or one of these first. It's weird trying to find it. Yeah, you know what? I found it. I lost like a group of, I lost about 10 people that were close to me, but like 3 of my best friends died within a couple of years. And it was pretty bad. So yeah, this is, oh wow, so his mother died 3 years ago. I didn't know. So yeah, this is Santi's grave. Santi means saint too. My grandmother was called Santa. Yeah, they have his bass guitar on there. See, they even have the 4 things for bass. Yeah, he died 2000 now. Look at that shit. Long time. 19 years ago already. Well, my buddy, I brought my favorite pick. It's hard to part with that pick. Maybe he'll charge that pick for me. Wow, look what just came to me. Butterfly, just a new one, a baby butterfly just like popped out of the ground between my legs. Yeah, his family didn't like me either because unfortunately he kept using me as an alibi all the time. You know, every time he would get trouble with his parents or something like that when we were younger, he would be like, oh, blame it on me or something, you know? So, like, I'm not mad at him. You know, I used to get mad at him back in the day because, like, own up to your own shit, man. I'm not forcing you to do anything, like, but, yeah, his family, like, wanted to blame his friends. I understand, you know, but it was hard on my soul. When he died, I was in jail. I was literally in jail when he died. But of course, his mom and his mom didn't speak English too much, but I think his sister called my house and was like assuming that I must have been with him that night. But what is what it is, right? It's 20 years ago now. But I still remember his smile. I still remember the way he played. And you know, like, these were friends of mine that they weren't they weren't drug buddies. They were like kids I grew up with, played Little League with. We slept over at each other's houses, played soccer together. You know, it was way before we knew what drugs were. So these were guys I had a lifelong bond with and grew up and went to school with. They weren't just guys I met after high school and got high with and shit like that. You know, they were childhood friends, like closer than brothers, closer than my own brother is to me. And wow, I could see the dragons in the sky over the mountains. There's one right there. An ever-moving current of dragon's breath. And when it's serene like this, that's because the women elemental dragons are crying. When the male dragons cry, it sounds like somebody's beating a copper basin with a hammer. That's an ancient symbol there. Almost like the Hebrew symbol for sun. If it was backwards, it would be the symbol for moon. Also looks like a spiral, like a Fibonacci spiral almost. Yeah. So people think about, like, when they hear loud booms in the sky, like, what is going on? What's happening here? Yeah, it's the elementals. It's the elementals making noise. I think I'm about to lose battery here. Yeah, the mystery booms. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's definitely what I was saying that back in the day. It's like dragons crying, or when like I said, it's said in lore. And I've definitely read enough lore, and I've definitely had enough experiences with the elemental forces. And when you hear loud booms like that, it's because the male elemental dragons of the air dragons, they are pissed, and they are upset, and they are crying even. And it said when the female dragons are crying, everything gets serene and peaceful. So if you guys want to join our Zoom chat tonight, you can subscribe at patreon.com/themysticalspiral. Whoa, that bird almost just hit my car. That was crazy. So I'm going to be taking another trip to the North Salem Rock. Hopefully maybe Friday we'll go. Yeah, Zooms tonight for sure. I just don't have the time set yet, because we'll see. We're gonna try to put the baby to sleep earlier. I'm gonna go tire her out right now. So I will keep you guys updated on that. For those that are my group that are in the chat right now, if you want, get up with me on Patreon, send me a message, tell me what time works for you guys best, and we'll try to do it what's best for the majority. Like I said, I was in a funk for a few days. You guys probably caught wind of it. I want to apologize. I was like, I was doing readings every day for like 5 days straight, and they were on some really interesting, intricate people, and I got drained, and I was like really moody, and it was hard to focus. So I'm getting cleared back up. I'm going to be changing my diet a little bit more, and slowly changing a lot of things I need to change as well. Having my facilities, if you want to call them, what I do is taxing on my physical health sometimes, and it's been like that as a kid. So it's really a need for me to start being more healthy with what I eat. I've been eating a lot of fried foods lately, like French fries and this and that, even though I love them, but I gotta try to stay away from that. And I like the Fruit Punch energy drink from Monster, and I'm working on another article. Now, it's said that if you want to understand it, you're supposed to really start studying it at age 40. So I waited until I was 40 years old to really start to dive into it and look into it and start to read it. And I've had the books for a long time. I've read every other mystical book of Kabbalah that I could get my hands on, because I've had experiences where I guess you could call them rabbis or whatever have come to me telepathically. And one time the guy was in my car for a split second talking to me while I was driving, literally right here. And it was very profound, and when he left, he just was not there anymore. I literally smelled BO in my car. Like BO and like sweat, and like his physical manifestation was there. I smelt him. I smelt his body odor even. and it was pretty intense, you know. And he even looked at me and was like, "Is Hashem calling you?" It was pretty weird. And I felt like it was this man called the Vilna Gaon. And I've talked about it. In fact, I did videos about it last year. I talked about it a lot. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm hungry too. Oh shit, baby. I'll stop and get food on my way. So my battery's gonna die too. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about that. Yeah, high pH water like this. Essentia. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They say this water is good. I like this water. It tastes really good, Essentia. But like, it's like created in a lab. I'm pretty sure it's like created in a lab somehow. You know, they make like a huge pH water, high pH water. It's like over 9.5 pH. Yeah, a lot of foods are acidic. Yeah, the plastic that it's in is a big problem. We probably should bring drinking from glass. If you think about it, everything tastes better in glass too, even like a soda. Glass and some fresh water ice. It sucks when you get like ice, tap water, fucking gross ass staling smell. So those of you that are looking for readings too, things like that, definitely go to my website. I'm going to be working with some people about, you know, I mentioned about how you're able to break spells. And what do I mean by this is that a lot of us have done sorcery. A lot of us have done different kinds of sorcery in prior lifetimes, on prior timelines. And a lot of us have had people project bad vibes onto us. We've had thought forms that we've manifested ourselves through insecurities and all sorts of things. And when this happens, certain thing gets imprinted on your energetic bodies, gets stamped on there. And sometimes I'm able to see these little things that are attached to people. And I have an ancient technique that I use to break that spell, to get rid of that. And some of it has to do with building sort of like either a person in sand or a castle out of sand, and then you will draw a specific thing on that castle or something in that body, where you'll lay in that body that you draw on the sand, and then you'll smash that castle or let the waves carry away something, or